Derbyshire were pegged back by Hampshire on the penultimate day of their LV County Championship match at the 3A County Ground, meaning that it may now be difficult for either side to force a victory on the final day. Derbyshire began day 3 on 203 for 2, trailing by 125 runs, and looked to Stephen Moore and Shivnarine Chanderpaul to continue their splendid third-wicket partnership, which had realised 93 runs at the start of play, a start which was delayed by more rain. Derbyshire's plan would have been to get a big first innings lead before bowling Hampshire out a second time, and to that end both Moore and Chanderpaul were doing a fine job with some shots of aggression. Chanderpaul has made his usual solid start to this campaign, and he recorded his third 50 in 3 championship innings this season with this boundary, his 6th. He'd now been at the crease for 96 deliveries and was looking in splendid touch. So far, everything was going just as his side would have planned. Chanderpaul was producing one shot after another as he and Moore took their excellent partnership for the third wicket to 163 and the total to 273, which left Derbyshire just 55 runs behind their opponents. So the wicket of Moore was crucial to Hampshire. He'd moved from his overnight 106 to 128 when he edged a rising delivery with the second new ball from Kyle Abbott to Sean Irvine. In fact, that second new cherry was to set Derbyshire back. 3 overs later, Chanderpaul got in a bit of a mess with his feet, and Nick James Tomlinson also to Irvine. Tomlinson then struck again in his next over. This time it was Chesley Hughes with the edge, which was snaffled in the slips by Liam Dawson. Derbyshire were losing their way, and in the end they lost 5 wickets in a 10-over spell. Richard Johnson was given out caught at the wicket off Abbott, although the batsman felt that the ball had clipped the pad, not his bat. There was no doubt about the next dismissal, however. Wes Durston bang in front to Abbott, who was delivering a telling spell, which now had Derbyshire on 312 for 7, 16 runs behind. It was left to Tony Palladino and Tim Groenewald to then get their side into the lead. Groenewald has started this season in tremendous form with a hat-trick and a 50 in the loss to Essex last week, and he was again soon enjoying his time at the crease with a bat in his hands. He has something of a stand and deliver approach to his batting, but it is a technique which is clearly working rather well for him right now. After fighting back so well with a second new ball, Hampshire are now being made to wait for their next success, as these two added 63 for the 8th wicket. Palladino made 28. He then got a thick outside edge to Abbott as the South African grabbed his 4th wicket. He's made an impressive start to his county career and appears to be a very good signing indeed. Mark Turner followed in the next over for a duck, leaving it to Groenewald to make the most of his last wicket partnership with Mark Footit, a genuine number 11. That smack went for 6, and it helped Groenewald to his second 50 in succession. He'd needed 54 balls for this one, just the 6th of his career and his second in 1 week, and he'd struck 9 crashing 4s and that thunderous maximum. He was using all parts of his bat. This shot came off the middle, and it flew for his second 6 as he moved on to 56, just 4 short of his best for the county he joined in 2009 after a 3-year spell with Warwickshire. Footit, to his credit, had stuck with him for 25 minutes without scoring. He was the last man out, LBW to Dawson, as Derbyshire were dismissed for 399 for a first innings lead of 71. They then had 9 overs to try to get right on top again with a couple of wickets, but both Michael Carberry and Jimmy Adams held firm in knocking off 20 runs of that deficit, meaning that Hampshire will enter the final day just 51 runs behind and with all of their second innings wickets in hand.